Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube videos. I am Lourdes Ramirez Wright and I am here in Mississippi enjoying beautiful weather, and I do have a few things to talk about that I think are important for those of you out there who are dealing with symptoms of complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And as you know a little bit of my story probably by now, when I was in law school finishing my degree, I developed all of these symptoms of which I knew absolutely nothing. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that there was something terribly, terribly wrong. So I was diagnosed back in 2001 with having CPTSD. And I found ways, just natural ways, to get rid of those symptoms or to at least make them manageable. It's been over 22 years and I do not have those symptoms anymore. And that's what I like to call having cured. At the same time, I use the term loosely because if I drop the ball or I stop doing things that I have to do every day, possibly the symptoms would come back, if not all, possibly most of them or some of them. And I don't want that. So I continue to do what I have to do every single day so that I don't have those horrible, horrible manifestations of CPTSD. So one thing I wanted to bring up is the fact that once you have had CPTSD, I don't know if you share this idea with me, but you become exceedingly intolerant to phoniness and people who are not authentic. And you become a pretty good judge of character and you turn to see BS miles away. And you're just not interested any longer. And being almost 60 years of age, I can tell you right now that life is shorter than you think. When you're in your 20s and 30s, you think you're invincible, you think things will go on forever. But in reality, before you know it, being a senior is right around the corner. So do not ever take beautiful time for granted, and always surround yourself with people who really like you and love you. That is important because one day, before you know it, you will be 50 something, 60 something, 70 something, and you will be looking back and thinking, wow, where did time go? So the thing is that we become very intolerant to people who are phony, and we find a lot of that not only around us when we conduct our daily business, but also when we go to work, don't we? And that's why many people with CPTSD and PTSD for that matter decide to begin their own companies. There are agencies federally that are there to help those people start small businesses, such as the Small Business Administration, and there are other federal agencies that are also banks who can possibly give you a small loan, of course, as long as you fill out, as long as you have the requirements needed, right? And you fill out all the paperwork, of course. Maybe collateral is necessary. But there are ways in which you can start your own business. That way you control your environment. Because at this point in your life, chances are you just cannot deal with one more phony person. But you can never ever obliterate that. It's always going to be out there. The only thing you can do is to control your exposure, your person, to people like that. That's all you can do, okay? And one very good way of doing that is by having your own company, starting your own business. And one thing I wanted to mention on this particular YouTube video is that sometimes we tend to put on a pedestal certain personalities based on their careers, what they do for a living, their financial status, their net worth, whatever. And it is my belief that that is not our purpose. I don't think that we were put on this earth to worship, to admire other human beings. I don't think that's our purpose as human beings. I think that we are undercutting our real purpose. To actually put another human being on a pedestal says something about the society in which we live today.